submission, about submission, I will send to you on the prefab or the project.
Um, I think prefab is fine. I think the overall goal, like, we want to reduce the total, the size of the package that we are uploading, so it's easier.
Okay, and I can apply these changes to prefab, no problem, right?
Yep. Let me see.
Because this
Do
is the
you,
UI manager.
yeah, do you do anything with scripts, or it's just
No, just the prefab.
all right? Yeah, you can add that.
Okay.
Um, you grouped it. All right, it's already grouped. That's good.
Yeah. And let me show you what I was talking, and I'm going to make it off a little bit. In the book, chapter one, and when I in the video that you showed us, when you change here, the image also changes, but I don't know if I didn't configure something. You want
Yeah, it's actually supposed to show the ranks instead of just one and then B. So that script, I don't think that script is working. There's supposed to be
okay,
a
no problem.
script, yeah, that was like fill the entire ranks up by this in there. Um,
I'm just telling you because we're probably going to need this image to change, right? So to use to create the tooltips for these
yeah,
items. I wanted to let you know.
alright. I think we can try to solve that problem together.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do you want me to stop here? What do you want me to do?
Yeah, stop playing. Stop playing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that. I'm gonna play mine and see.
Sure.
Yeah, but the tooltip was really nice. So when they, I don't know if I can share my screen instead. Let's see.
I tried to use the maintain the structure that the project was using, like the background and everything.
Yeah.
I can, if you want, I can polish more the visual to look a lot prettier. But
The
it's your call.
graphic itself
Yeah, yeah.
for the
Oh,
UI or for the game itself.
for the UI, for this UI that I'm
Yeah.
using, the tooltip, I could do, I don't know, some border
Yeah,
around here. I don't know.
that would be really nice. Like,
Okay,
so the UI right now, I think everything in it is how it's supposed to be, and if you can update it, make it look good and stuff like that. The most important thing is once you if you change it in a script, I gotta you gotta let me know about it. You gotta like take some notes on it so that I can be able to follow along. So
okay, no problem. I don't want to um, change any script yet.
yeah,
Just when you tell us to do that, that's when I'm going to start change the script. But beforehand, I only change the UI, and when I update the visual of this tooltip, I'm going to show you again, and you tell me if you like the new visual or not.
all right. Okay, so I'll go to the menu. Click on the UI manager in the editor and see if you can find a script on it. Or
Okay, so, UI manager script.
all right, there's a script. All right, we double click that or open it.
Okay,
I wonder what's the problem on that.
you want me to go down or specific point?
Let me see. there's only one UI manager. Just click on the UI manager script in the edit. Alright, so on your right, where's your mouse? I can see your mouse. Just open the script. Is the script open?
Yeah, I'm not sharing the
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Let me
Hmm.
let me share the whole screen. Okay, I think now you're seeing the script now.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, I'm here.
Why it's
So
open too. Okay, so UI manager, and then you also want to open the global user. So in your project, search for global user, like in the search bar there. Yeah, double click that, and then the keyboard. Right. Let me see my. Yeah, right below device user network packet, there's a keyboard mouse input. Let me see your screen. So go down one a little bit, a little. All right, there in the middle there. There's the keyboard mouse input. It's on line 41.
41. Okay, 41 here. No, here.
So struct.
Want me to go to the script?
Yeah. Uh, Let me see. That's the controller. Go back.
Go back. Okay.
All right. Go up. I mean, yeah, 39. My bad. All right. Okay. So that script is where the UI manager actually get activated from, where you get called. So you will scroll all the way down until you find a method called run main menu updates.
Run manual update.
Yeah, main menu.
Main menu. Here. This method.
All right.
Okay, here.
Okay, so we'll go. You're trying to right now. The goal is to open the UI manager script and find where things are being activated. So click on the on escape if you can find that. So on escape, just open the UI manager.
UI manager. And
Yeah. All right. So make sure that the function is being called. In the keyboard, make sure that the function for the UI is being called. That run main menu, make sure that it's being called. If it isn't being called in there, it should be called on line 79. So update, yeah, in the update device user input method in that keyboard script, at the bottom there should be a run main menu updates. Let me know if you can find it. Let me see. I'm gonna expand mine.
what's the message name again?
So go up. All right. Run name and all right. So it's being called. It's right up there at the very top. 79. So it's being called, and now we'll go into the main menu script, the UI manager script, and we'll try to find a container for the chapters, right? So try to find the chapters at the very top. You can see gamebook menu UI panel.
Here.
Yeah, we'll open that, and then we'll trace that into the chapter. You click one more again to open the chapters.
Chapters.
Right below, yeah, right. Yeah,
Here.
yeah, that, yeah. Open that. All right, so that's where all the thing in the UI for that chapter content. That's where everything is. So, all right, so the in the UI manager, everything is initialized, and then when you click, all of the handling part, that's this is where it happens, right? All of the data that fills out that template, everything happens here. So we'll go. Let me check in the main menu. Yeah, the UI manager script. At the very bottom, you'll see.
Game book menu.
Yeah, let's see. Set. All right. So you are in the UI manager. Scroll the one UI. Scroll up a little bit.
Okay. Or want me to look back?
Yeah. So all right. So all of the drop down, right before, like right now, you are seeing option B. You are seeing option A in the drop down menu for in the actual UI, right? In the game, the menu is showing you option A, option B. It shouldn't be option A. It should be a full information that get filled out by this UI manager script. So when you go up, go all the way up a little bit. Go all right, all the way. All right, there. Right, like all of the activities, all of the handling process, all of those are like called by functions from the UI manager. So go up a little bit. All right, so there. Stop. We want to, let me see. This is a huge stuff, so let me make sure. Right, so the axe, we have update UI, axe, material background color. All right, it's 5. All right, so I mean it's being called, so I'm not sure what's the problem is. What the problem is? Hmm.
Set UI manager mode and for game book.
Yeah, so in the game book chapter area, that's where we have all of the ranks and stuff. And I think there's a set UI manager mono event. Is that being called? Make sure that it's being called. Like,
This method, right?
yeah, that method gotta be called for everything else.
And
It's
on
being
UI manager is being called on start.
alright. Is the start also being called? Let's see. The start.
And global users.
Yeah,
Start.
yeah, it's being called. All right. So I don't really know what the problem is. So the initialize device user.
Initialize is being called on so UI manager function.
Yeah, I mean once if that's being called, then it should fill out everything, because if you open the chapter, yeah, the UI manager, the chapters is at the top, or you can just game book. All right, they go to the game book panel, yeah,
Here,
and then
here, right?
yeah. So as you scroll down. Yeah, the initialize that part, like yeah, it's being called in a start, right? See, all of those there are the ranks of the items, like the normal, rare, epic, everything. It shouldn't be saying option A, option B. It should be showing you those ranks because that initialize method, right? Is it being called to? It should be called in the at the very top there. Yeah, right there, right? So that set default value is that being called?
Yeah, it's being called.
It is being
Let me
called,
see.
and
Yeah,
then that's being called in the UI manager too, right?
yeah,
So I'm not really sure what the problem is because in mine I think it works fine. I think you have to trace it all the way back to uh oh
I don't know.
um
Maybe he's not
oh,
entering this.
are the reference correct, like in the in Unity itself, in the editor, are the things drag to where they're supposed to be? So scroll down.
I only dragged the prefab to the project. I didn't
Yeah.
change
So
anything or set anything.
so as you can see, some of the property are exposed, like the game book is up there. Go up a little bit with your mouse. All right, right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
here.
Uh huh. And the
Oh,
chapters, right? So those should be filled in with the drop down and everything.
drop down, drop
There's no drop
down.
down. Yeah, the drop down and everything are in there. I'm not really sure what the problem is. There.
I'm going to try to fix that. Um, just this overview that you gave me from the code already helped a lot.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. I'm going to um, change a little bit the code, but I'm not going to just to give Brad the bug log, right, to see what is happening.
Yep, yep.
But I'm not going to change anything besides from that.
Yeah. So
And I don't
basically,
know, maybe he's nothing entering with his statement. I don't know because this is starting, right? I don't know.
mhm. Yeah. So the character spawns and everything else just follows in that line. You spawn the character, it calls the UI manager. The UI manager calls its child properties and all of that. So
Yeah,
um,
there's another, I don't know, another recap that I have to add here. I don't know. I created this simple scene
mhm.
and just grabbed the UI manager, but I don't know if there on any other prefab that I need to add in this
Oh,
scene.
when you play, a character is supposed to spawn,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
no character
if
spawn.
the character don't spawn, then nothing's being called, right? Because everything is being called from that character.
Oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I see the problem now. All right. So I think
yeah.
I send it with the default scene. So in the game world, right? Yeah, in a project that there's a right there. There's a scene, right? A game world scene. Yeah.
Oh,
When you
here.
click, yeah, 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 click that. That should work fine. Yeah.
Okay. Ah, that's the problem.
I mean, if the code itself can stand alone and work,
I did,
that's
I didn't understand what is did you say that?
no. I said if you can just drag any of my code and just have it work immediately, that's I feel good about that. I feel
Yeah,
like yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because it can be hard to scale things with everybody, so all right, so when you run this, it's a basic version of the project, like very very simple.
That's curious because
Mm-mm.
when I imported the project, I searched for themes here
Mm.
didn't found any.
Yeah.
So ah, okay,
All right. See, yeah, that seems, yeah, that's it. So now you click escape.
okay.
Okay, and then you can go to chapters, and when you change the rank, it should be able to change. Yeah, you see everything's listed and everything. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, nice. No, very cool. Okay, now it's working. Okay, but
all right.
the prefab I I did in my other team, right? I'm going to update the prefab and I'm going to add it to the folder, this submission folder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here in the drive. I just going to put the prefab here and it's that, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Um, and then we have to talk about this as a group. So we'll try to talk with the other guys, let them know if they have time, and then we can talk about it, and then we can move forward from there. So
Okay, no problem.
yeah.
Uh, and I have some questions I'm going to ask you. I didn't quite understand.
Well, I'll say that again. I left the voice chat.
What?
I left the voice chat when you were asking the question. Ask that again.
Okay, okay. And I didn't understand quite well everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot of game mechanics. I know that this is an example of crafting an item and everything, but uh, we're going to add everything, this, this information to the tooltip, right?
Yeah. So as you can see, when you change the rank of the item itself change. So that tooltip that you made, the information in that tooltip will be different each time, right? So we'll use that tooltip as a template, and then each time something changes, we'll change the information that will be displayed on that tooltip.
Yeah,
So
yeah, okay. And for example, skylight red, right? When is skylight red? Oh, sorry,
oh, the
skylight.
skylight stuff.
Yeah,
Basically, yeah. So most of the people who play games, they like to have properties on their items that changes based on the situation or the time, right? So skylight basically in the original game, the sky changes, right? It changes to like blue, yellow, and red, like that. So once the player is creating, when you start creating an item in a blue skylight time, the item stats, like the amount of damage, amount of healing, or and things like that, right? It's supposed to change as well. So
all
don't,
right.
yeah, don't worry about that. That part is all about the information part. It's text. It's not UI stuff, I think.
So when the skylight's red, for example, the
Yeah,
tooltip is not going to change. The only thing that changes the information in the tooltip
exactly.
is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
type and the rank. Is
Mhm.
that?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. Nice. And let me return to my screen here for a moment. Oh, okay. Where is it? My screen. Here. So the rank is going to be rare, normal, legendary. Is going to be right down here in this field. Not in here, for example, like I did.
I can't see your screen, but I think the tooltip is pretty good right now. And
Oh,
the part that I want us to talk about is the information part, right? Um,
okay.
so I don't know. You, if you like to share your screen again, let me see. I watch screen. All right.
Okay. I'm going to stop and restart it.
Oh, all right. There we go.
Okay.
So I kind of forgot what I was talking about.
Like, for example, rank
Yeah.
is not going to be one, it's like to be normal
Yeah,
or
yeah, 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 yeah.
legendary.
Yep.
Okay, and the sword name is not going to be rare sword, like plain sword, and it's
Yeah.
rare rank and, and like that.
Yep. And that part is pretty custom. We can come up with information and stuff like that about it. And I think not everyone understand it. Like what we just went over, I think if you go over it with the rest of the guys, they will also be able to understand. But I want everybody to be at the same pace, you know. So
Yeah,
yeah, before we move forward, because most of this is all about like writing information. Like I do little actual content like project work. I do more like brainstorming and writing information down. So yeah, that's the stage where we are at right now.
so we can create the descriptions, like descriptions and the text.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
so
in the drive, in the Google Drive that I shared, are you able to find a yeah, that yeah. So that is very complicated, but I hope you understand now, right? The stats and things like that. So instead of just damage, it will be like fire damage. It will be ice, acid. It will be poison and stuff like that, right?
yeah, but the self damage types is conditional damage types and direct physical damage,
Yeah.
and what's going to look like in the item. I don't know. Maybe
So
you can
it's a
provide
lot
some
of
examples.
it's a lot of go back to that page again.
Okay.
So as you just said, there are like 12 different damage types. So some of the categories have zero stats to them. So the ones with zero, we'll just ignore them, and then the ones that have stats in them, that's the one we're gonna show. So yeah,
Damage.
yeah, that one. So we will show advantage damage, and then we'll show radiant, and we show psychic damage. Go back to Unity,
Okay.
right? So where you see strength and where you see stamina plus like the stats area, yeah, that part, right? That's the part we're gonna be changing, right? To
Okay.
like
So it's going to be like
yeah,
radiant damage two and
yeah,
psychic damage one,
exactly.
and it needs to be in the same order, like psychic damage and
No, no,
healing, or
it doesn't have to. As long as we can show the number and like the type of damage that is there, we change that. And that part will happen with script, right? I know you're just testing it right now, but that part will write it with script.
yeah, yeah. Everything is going to fill out by
Mm-hmm.
the script. Yeah,
Yep.
psychic damage. I never know how to write this.
PSYCHS. It's English.
Yeah,
Which language you speak originally? What's your main language?
my main language is Portuguese, but from
Oh,
Brazilian Portuguese. That's basically because we have
cool.
Portuguese from Portugal,
Yeah.
and it's different. And Tarek also is Brazilian, speaks
Oh,
Brazilian Portuguese. So, but with um, the Tehion, I talked to him
yeah. I think he's
earlier
Korean or
today.
Chinese or something. He's
Yeah, he's
Asian.
Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I asked him his name, and he told me to call him Scott. So it was
Oh.
easier.
All right.
It was
Nicknames.
easier. So yeah. So okay. Uh, what's going to be the next steps now?
So right now we're gonna. So you see all of those items in there. We have probably about 20 items, right? Um, we now have to write information about those items, right? So uh, you, I don't know if you would like to run the project or something, so I can show you or
Okay,
something.
okay. Let
Yeah.
me start to the other thing. S.
Escape and then game book. Yeah. So those items, like every one of them, we need to make information about every state.
Oh,
Yeah. When you click
export.
outside as it's, yeah, you see
Oh,
those. Don't scroll too far because I'm recording this and I might put it on YouTube. So um,
okay, okay.
you're showing too much. Anyways, as you can see, right, scroll up a little bit. Down, down, scroll down. Yes,
Hold on, okay.
yeah. A little more. All right, so you see those atoms? Those are the base atoms. Yeah. So the player will be able to purchase those from a store, and then once you get all of those atoms, all three of them, you'll be able to craft the result, right? And that's the forge there, and yeah, that's the result. Now you can go up, and then we can look at the atom itself. All right,
Yeah.
so yeah, now we have the base normal atom. It's a normal axe, right? The stats for it is supposed to be different, right? When you hover over the axe icon, right, like that, right, that's where the tooltip shows, right? And it's supposed to show, right? The tooltip that you made is supposed to show. So all of that information for that normal axe, that's the information we have to write. So it's a lot of stuff to write, so I wanted to divide it, right? I wanted us to talk about it and then divide it up, and then we can use our understanding of the rank and the strength of the rank, right? You have normal, you have rare, right? A normal is below the rare in rank. So a normal stats is a bit higher, a rank stat is higher than that, and stuff like that. So all of those things that are going to change the property of the items, we need to consider those and then write information for the items so that we can show them in the tooltip. You get what I'm saying?
And yeah, and the information, do you already have any script in the project for that, or we are going to create it? Because I was thinking is it maybe scriptable objects to hold the information about each type and
Mm.
getting this information every time I hover the item. I don't know.
All right. So these items are you know NFT, right?
Yeah,
All right. So most of the information on these are going to be coming from the server, right? Because if we have them on the client, somebody can open the project and change the script, right? So as you can see below, when you move down a little bit, you can see the stats details, right? Those right there, yeah. Those are the stats that will be changing when you choose the options and whatnot. Yeah, when you do that, yeah, we want to change the stats in it, yeah, like that. Um, and for the most part, once we get the information, I will have to upload those into the server, and then when you change those here, right, the server will pull the information from the server will send the information to the client, and then we will have those displayed. Otherwise, we'll have to do it two times, right? We'll have to write it in the scriptable object on the client, and then also have to back it up on the server. And
yeah, no, that's
yeah,
not good. So
yeah, it's too much work.
yeah,
Mm.
the work now. So we going to write the information about each item and
Yeah.
X normal, X rare, and their stats.
Mm-hmm.
And but that we going to write on a doc, for example, not inside the Unity.
No, not in Unity, in the dock itself.
Okay, and we can use the same doc, this doc, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah. If I don't know if you guys understand. Like you understand, right? The part where there's zero stats, you just ignore it for the two tips. So for the axe, you can make a separate. I think I'll make a separate page, or I'll give you guys editing privilege, and you guys can make a separate page for each item, or you can scroll all the way down. Yeah,
It's different
yeah.
document.
We'll have to
For
make
that.
space for every single one of those items and get the information for them separately, each one of them.
I think it's separate better.
Yeah.
And I still have some questions um, to understand, like we still said before, like I don't know. Let's see.
All right, I can
For
explain this
example,
part if you. So,
like
so the 10 extra, so there's 10 extracted point right at the top there, right? So every for game balance, right? I have to balance the entire project, so that every single damage adds up to a specific number, so that we can limit how much stats is being put into each item and into the project. So for this item as a whole, we have 10 points dedicated to that particular category, right? And then there are damage types, right? And each one of those damage type takes away from the overall points. Yeah, from the overall points that are there. So for example, we have the advantage damage. There are about six, right, possible stat boosts that you can have, and then all of those adds up. It might not be completely 10, and but it will the maximum is 10, right? And
each
those.
item, the sum of everything, two plus two plus two plus two, gives 10 in
Yeah,
total, right?
the maximum is 10, right? And not all of the all right, so you can see 12 p.m. right there, right?
12 p.m.
Yeah, so you were asking me earlier about the skylight system, right? So depending on the skylight system, you can have all 10, or you can have up to 8, up to 6 and stuff like that, right? So that's 12 p.m. When the atom is being created, right? And the skylight, go up a little bit, you'll be able to see. All right, so
Skylight
yeah, the skylight is
is
red,
red.
right? Yeah, so you are creating the atom doing a red skylight, right? And you are creating it at 5 a.m., between 5 to 12, right? Once you are doing that in that specific time frame, right, you can only get about 8 out of 10 points, for example, right?
So the item you're going to have.
Yeah, the
It's
result.
fixed, or you change. We can change the values. Since it's only 8 in this case, not
Yeah.
not
Hmm.
10. But when we are writing the info about the items for the X, for example, we can maybe I can change here to 0 and put 1 here. I could do
Yeah,
that or no?
if you feel like that's okay, you can do it that way. And again, for everything to be organized, all of these items have to have their own page, their own space, in a sense,
Yeah.
right? So we can then look at them and then come back to the reference and look at it and make sure everything is balanced or whatever.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Something I'm going to ask you, maybe you could make an example for the X, one item only, or we could follow different example in a way that it's a format that you understand, so we
Yep.
would follow.
That's why I was asking for the two tip first, so that I can. Yeah.
No problem. Nice.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think it's more clear now.
All right. Cool. I guess I'll if this recording went well, I will post that and then everybody else can look at it. So.
Okay.
All
And
right.
because it's more clearer to me now, I could talk to them if it's needed. But in any questions that shows up, we will ask you.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
Okay.
See you then.
Anything
Thank.
more? That's all. Okay. Okay.
All
Bye
right.
bye, Eddie. Thank you.
Bye. Yep.